Where there is light, there is also shadow. The devil is real, and he's not a little red man with red horns and a tail. He can be beautiful, because he's a fallen angel, and he used to be God's favorite. Some angels are destined to fall, but what defines us is how well we rise after falling. We've all got both light and dark inside of us, but what matters is the part we choose to act on, because that's who we really are. Just be careful of who you trust, because remember, the devil was once an angel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So my tutorial today, I'm going to be showing you how I got this dark angel type of makeup. I wanted to do something that was a little bit more on the demonic side, but with a twist. As you guys know, I love my little twists. And I wanted to do like a fallen or a dark angel transforming into a demon. So this is what I came up with if you guys want to see how I got this makeup. And if you'd like to know how I made the horns and the wings, then please keep watching. To begin this look, I'm going to show you guys how I made the horns. So you're going to need a few supplies. First, you're going to need some Model Magic. This is a modeling compound and it's non-toxic and easily manipulated into any form or shape you'd like. So it's awesome for making like little foam prosthetic pieces. Shout out to Jordan Hans for exposing me to it. Thank you, girlfriend. Thank you. And so we're going to just roll it into a little oval shape and then try our very best to form it into a horn. I found this was easier just doing like small little movements, and you can put the other horn just beside it to make sure that it is the same size. If you need to take a little bit of it off, that's totally cool. Also, you want to make sure that this fits to your head, so occasionally take it off of the cutting board and place it onto your head. You can also mold like the edges so they'll be thinner, and it's easier to cover it up with latex later on. But once you're happy with the shape of it, we're going to go ahead and add some details to it. I'm just going to be using my spatula to add the details, but if you've got like a fork, a knife, or a bobby pin, you can do the same. And once you're happy with the shape, we're going to go ahead and start to sketch that in there. So just lightly pick it off of the cutting board just so that it doesn't totally stick down before you start doing this, and run down some lines from the bottom of the prosthetic piece all the way to the tip of the horn. And you can add like deeper indentations in some areas. You can pretty much do whatever the hell you want. If you wanted to look at like reference photos of horns, feel free to do that as well. I was just sort of winging it, but yeah, this looked pretty dope when I was finished. Also, you're going to add some little divots to the horn so that it actually looks like it's separating from the skin. Make sure that you lift that up very gently, and this is what it should look like. You can place them side by side, make sure that they're the same sort of size. And then just leave that to dry overnight. It should kind of solidify a little bit more. I went ahead and painted one. This is what it's going to look like when we're finished. And first I'm just taking a base shade, so like a bone or like a taupe kind of color. It's not really taupe, but more of like a bone shade. And I just apply that all over the entire prosthetic piece. Then you're going to go ahead and add some detailing to the divots. So taking a brown acrylic paint and applying it there. You can go back and forth and mix the two together so it kind of is a bit more blended. Then go ahead and take some black paint and apply that to the very outer portions. And then we're going to be going and adding a little bit of red just above that, blending the two together until it's nice and diffused. You should have something that looks like this when you're finished. I will make note that these aren't prosthetics that you could keep. When I took it off, it totally was just fucked. So yeah, it's kind of like a one-time dealio, but the cool thing is you can make as many as you want over and over again until your heart is exploded with happiness. Now we're moving on to the makeup. I'm first taking the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and outlining where I want the white area to be, or where I want my face to be split in half. And then I'm taking the two horns and just outlining the shape of where I want both of them to sit with that white eyeliner there. And now just filling in all of the rest using some Snazaroo body paint in white. I applied about 2 coats of this. And now going in with the Snazaroo body paint in black, I'm going to be applying that to the lower portion of my face. And you can go ahead and paint your ears. I decided not to just because I knew it was going to get my wig really dirty if I did. But if you're going to be wearing this for Halloween, totally feel free to paint all the areas that are going to be exposed. And I was not entirely sure how this makeup was going to turn out, so I didn't completely cover my chest, but you'll see me do it later on. And now taking some eyelash glue, because I don't have spirit gum right now, I'm just going to adhere that to my forehead where I want the horn to sit, making sure to press down all of the edges so that it's adhered nice and tight to your head. And then now going in with a little bit of liquid latex, I'm going to be applying that around the outer portions of the prosthetic piece. This is going to help to blend the edges together and make sure that it actually looks like it's coming out of your head. And then I'm just setting my eye with a little bit of white eyeshadow so it would stop the creasing. And now I'm going in, filling in the lower waterline of my eye with a little bit of black eyeliner. And once the liquid latex is dry, you're going to make sure to set that with either translucent setting powder or white eyeshadow. And also make sure to cover up the edges with a little bit more of that white body paint from Snazaroo. I'll be blending out the edges with a little bit of shadow later on. But moving on to the eyes, I'll be going in now to the sewwww Neutral Necessity palette using the shade Night Market and applying that into the crease with a crease brush, blending out, sort of going for this like elongated cat type shape to my eye. I did go back and forth with a little bit of the NYX Special Effects Cream color in white to help me with blending because it was sort of patchy around my eyebrow, which I had blocked out. And I found that this helped to kind of blend it a little bit easier. I don't know how or why, but it worked. And then now all I'm doing is just cleaning up the edges. So cleaning up the edge of the black and the white, and also cleaning up the edge of the crease. And now I'm adding a little bit of that black eyeshadow just to the outer portion of the horn. This is going to help to blend it a little bit better. And fuck me up, I totally cracked off the edge of one of my horns. So I went with it and just succumbed to its fate and added a little bit of blood. So yeah. And now I'm just going in with the Kryolan Burn and Injury Wheel and adding a little bit of that red shade. I applied a little bit of the Snazaroo white body paint to my lower lashes and a little coat of mascara to my upper lashes. Drag some of that white Snazaroo body paint down onto the lower portion of your eye. You might need to go over it a few times just to make it opaque. Popped on some Cocoa lashes in the style Marilyn, and I cleaned up the edges a little bit here and decided that I was going to change it and do like drips, but then ended up changing it once again back to this. So you can kind of play around with this and see whatever you like, and know that you can fix it if you do mess it up. I'm just covering my lips now with a little bit of that black, and then I decided to add some of that white down the center of my mouth as well because I liked the way that this looked. Yeah, here's kind of where I was deciding to add the drips, but then totally changed it back to what it was. And that is my finished look. I will be posting the do-it-yourself on how I made the wings, so stay tuned if you guys would like to know how I made them. And thank you all so much for watching. So that's my tutorial, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, found it helpful and useful to you in some sort of way. Let me know what you thought of this makeup in the comment section down below, and I will eventually get back to you. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you are new to my channel, thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do help me out, support, share, do all that fun stuff, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with another video.